Personal Finance and Freedom, Episode 2. This is becoming a bit of a series. No, I don't change my shirt. I'm a fucking skank. Deal with it. I don't care. Smells good anyway. And there I go drinking beer because I'm out of whiskey. And a girly drink at that. Leinenkugel's berry shandy. It's kind of skunk now, though, because I waited too long to drink this shit. It's been sitting outside in the cold, though, so fuck, I think it's half frozen. Anyway, so picking up where we left off with the last video, talking about your stupid shit, building debt. You cannot build wealth because you have so much debt, and you keep bringing on the debt and accruing it. So, provided that that's taken care of, what's the next step? There's several vehicles to investing your money and getting a return on that. There's a lot of them out there. There's CDs are kind of coming back in style a little bit. They're a little more relevant now than maybe they were, 10 or 15 years ago or greater. There's IRAs, and there's different versions of that. You've got standard, you've got Roth. There's, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this. Now there's digital real estate investing where a company will take your money that you invest and they'll spread it out and diversify those funds that you've allocated to several different properties that you, more or less as a shareholder, think of it that way. It's real estate, like a real estate stock market. So you invest, say, I don't know, $1,000, you put that down, and they'll take that and diversify it across all these different properties all over the country, or maybe even the world, and you get a percentage of that whenever it's bought, or I suppose rented, and so you get a cut. There's high yield savings accounts. Those are okay. Some of them are a lot better than they used to be. There's obviously the good old standard, low cost index funds. You can diversify that. There's robo-advisor companies that you can do that with. There's old-fashioned real estate, brick and mortar. There's small business. There's a lot of different vehicles. And I guess that's not really what matters. I mean, to me, for example, I like the idea of small business investments, getting something off the ground and building it over time, incrementally. And a lot of people think that that's just beyond feasibility, that they could never do. I hear this all the time. I heard it today. I know it'll never happen. It can't happen. I can't do this. Back to that shit. Fuck can't. Fuck that word, and fuck that outlook on life. Like, I know I can't do something. Then you won't. If that's how you really feel, then again, get the fuck out of my way, right? Because I don't have time for that. You can. Easier than you think. Well, how do I do it? How do I do it, Mark? You're the fucking expert. No, I'm no expert. I live in reality, and the reality is this: the time for entrepreneurship is now, right now. You have free marketing available at your fingertips right now. What I'm doing is a version of marketing and advertising, and it's the first step of several steps in the process known as closing a deal, closing a sale. This is all part of it. Gratuity, where you offer something for free and that brings them in, that attracts people because they're already getting a value, they're already getting a bargain. But how do you start? All these tactics aside, and they come later, how do you get started? Well, if it's small business, for example, because the other things are self-explanatory, low cost index, you can do that relatively easily. But starting a small business, what is your passion? What are you passionate about in life? What is right now or has been a hobby of yours? Something that you have a lot of knowledge on, something that you're very excited about, something that you yourself are into and maybe you've used before. Think about that, whatever the case, and go with it. And start small. Slow and steady wins the race. There's Facebook that you can use for advertising. It's free. There's YouTube. It's free. There's, Twitter, Instagram, you name all of these social media platforms are there at your disposal. Fucking use them. That's all you got to do. That start, you know what I mean? Every journey begins with a single step. Not a leap, not a bound. We're not superhuman. You have to take it from this corner slowly up here. Okay, that's a grade, and that's what, and you'll have dips and whatever. But as long as you're getting there, right? Find a niche. Find something that you are passionate about and go with it. If it's making homemade necklaces or whatever, why not? Add your personal touch to it because you are unique. You are your own brand already. Granted, there are things you can do to touch up on that. Case in point, if, for example, I'm more or less a fitness and physique consultant. Let's say that. That's what I do. That's kind of what my passion is. I'm my own marketing. I'm my own brand. But nobody wants to take fitness advice from a fat ass. So I've been trying to lean out more and more and more. This isn't helping. Fuck it. Trying to add more muscle, so that I look the part. Because nobody, again, wants to take advice off of a fat guy on how to get fit. Nobody would want to take advice on how to put out a fire from a florist. So you kind of have to be the brand. You have to build your own personal brand. You can polish that. But just know that you have right now everything that you need to get going. Catch you on the next one.